I'm hopeful that instead of Congress just talking about let's reduce the corporate tax rate, that part of that discussion is what are we going to do on pension retirement security? And it means a real cost of living adjustment in Social Security. My legislation, I worked on with Senator Harkin that I will be introducing in January. It means working on these pension issues in a way that the government, I wish the government had as much interest in people in this town that dress like this and make good salaries, had as much interest in helping middle class workers with their defined pension benefits as they did helping the banks 5 years ago. And that's what we want to make part of this debate. If we're going to talk tax reform, don't leave out the middle class. Don't leave out low-income people and earned income tax credit and health care tax coverage. So that's the child tax credit. That needs to be what the debate is, and that's what you're going to hear from a lot of us.
But what's not getting focus in all of this, there's no tax increase or no new money to the Treasury coming from the wealthiest Americans. But in this $1.1 trillion spending bill is a cut to the very people that put President Obama in office. It's almost unbelievable that this has happened, that these Americans out there who believed in the hope and the change, all this talk about fighting for the middle class, and there were only 21 Democrats that would say no to this. I mean, how disappointing is that?
There's been a lot of this. I mean, this whole Congress has been a disappointment because of filibusters, because of blocking of the kinds of things that focus on middle-class workers and on low-income workers. And that's what's going to be front and center next year. We're going to talk about Social Security, not in terms of balancing the budget, but in terms of retirement security. We're going to talk about pensions. We're going to talk about a trade policy that works for working-class Americans instead of just as more top-down kind of trickle-down economics, which is what our trade and tax policy have been in this town for far too long.